Hello again, and welcome to the second edition of Patterns with Gary. I hope you had a chance to check out some of those double stroke ideas. From an application standpoint, you might try using them for short fills and solos. If you do them in rock time, try playing 3 measures of time and a 1 measure fill. Experiment with putting together different combinations of motions and sounds until you found some cool ideas that will be your own. As you become more comfortable, let the form loosen up a bit. A little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Don't make everything straight up and down. Another way to make the ideas more interesting is to play the double strokes off the beat. You can start with a single stroke and then play doubles, or start the doubles a 16th note early. This will make them more syncopated. Once you get comfortable with the doubles, don't be afraid to mix them in with other stuff that you use when you solo. Another interesting possibility would be to play the doubles in triplets for 2 or 4 measure solos in jazz time, or any triplet-based feel. They will be syncopated right off the bat because you're using a 4-note sticking in a 3-note rhythm. And if you do this with broken doubles, it's going to create some really interesting ideas, especially when you move between drums and cymbals. Try this out. 2 measures of jazz time, 2 measures of triplet doubles. Left hand on the snare, right hand plays broken double between the ride cymbal and snare. Creates the polyrhythm of 3 against 4 in the cymbal. Also creates a very syncopated rhythm in the snare drum. If you break the right hand out from the snare to the cymbal, you'll get an even more syncopated rhythm. Then try mixing these. And there are lots of other possibilities. You can move around the set with one or both hands. You can break up the left hand double, which works especially well off the hi-hat. So start here and then go where you want. There's no end to the possibilities. 100 people could do this routine and come up with 100 different ideas. Don't be satisfied with the obvious. Find the versions you really like and make them your own. Okay, now we'll come back to doubles at some point, but for today we're going to take a first look at my sticking system. It was designed for drum set playing and is very small, consisting of only 11 stickings. All start with singles and end with doubles, but the ordering of notes can vary depending upon the situation. The biggest difference between my system and the rudiments is that my stickings have no rhythmic context. You can use any of my stickings or combination of stickings in any rhythm you want, which will allow you to create phrases of any length, and you can do this in any meter. So we're going to begin by looking at the smallest sticking in my system, the 3A sticking, which in its basic form is right, left, left, or left, right, right. Let's begin by playing this sticking in triplets, but instead of playing it in its normal version, turn it around and play it backwards. Right, right, left, to get the single stroke on the syncopation. Set up a routine where you play a couple of measures of time, like jazz or shuffle, followed by a 2-measure solo using this sticking. Now you've already done a lot of work with the moving and broken doubles, so experiment with how you could use this figure around your set. Do it 10 or 15 different ways till you begin to find some interesting possibilities. Next, try some 4-measure solos where you mix the figure in with other stuff you would normally use when soloing. Another possibility would be to play this sticking in 16th notes, leading with the single. So if you start the sticking on 1, it will cycle every 3 beats. It will go like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. So on the 4th beat, you could play 4 singles or 2 doubles or anything you want. The singles in this routine are actually setting up the polyrhythm of 4 against 3, which, depending upon how you orchestrate it on the set, you could make a big deal out of or not. If you want people to notice it, isolate it. If not, just leave it in the mix. Okay, now we're going to add one of my other stickings. This is a 5-note pattern, right, left, left. What we're going to do is to add this to the 3-note sticking to create a 2-beat 16th note phrase. First, start it with the 3. So it would go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, da 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 da. And then start it with the 5. Or you could even try doubling it up so the phrase becomes 3 3 5 5 or 5 5 3 3. So that would sound like or now you could use these for solos, but let's try them out for time fills. Right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare. If the 2/4 accent presents itself, use it. If not, put the accents wherever you want. You need lots of different accent forms, so take what the pattern gives you. Now comes the tricky part, adding the bass drum. Try to get some interesting lines. Don't just do right hand, right foot doubling, but get some figures with the left hand as well. Now, if you're a glutton for punishment, try going through my fatback exercises on pages 11 through 14 in the time functioning book. Very tough, but very rewarding. And if you don't get them all, don't worry. Remember, nobody knows. So talk to you soon on the next edition of Patterns with Gary.